Can't really get any wetter, so it's okay.
I know, that's the advantage of it raining.
Completely soaked.
Yeah, completely soaked now. Oh well. Hello and welcome to Gran Canaria and a Happy New Year.
Yes, we had a great time sailing down, much more like the trade wind sailing we were expecting to get to the Canaries, and we've had a lovely time exploring all the islands on the way.
We did, and we had family out for Christmas here. I hope you like the film. Coming up, taking the wettest route to the most beautiful waterfall in Madeira. Tasting liqueur delicacies in the island's festive markets. And Christmas on the beach with family in Gran Canaria. A wonderful end to 2023. But first,
It's not way about running this thing, but yeah, we're trying to get as far out as possible.
3 days of an unprecedented storm leaves us somewhat shaken. Then the wind changes, comes round from behind, and the last few hours of our journey from Portugal is a gentle sail. This is the sea after the storm, calm, undulating waves. And this is Porto Santo. We are nearly here. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being off the boat. No, it's been okay. It's been okay a couple of days, but yeah, it'll be nice to get onto dry land and to finish the cleaning. I mean, Steve started now. We've got salt everywhere.
Well, you've been doing the inside, which is a mess, haven't you? Trying to get all the salt off because it's absolutely caked in stuff. But we've got this fresh water wash, so yeah, do a bit of that. But I am looking forward to getting out there.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. In fact, I think I can see the bar. We've had our friend Colin here, who's been here for about a year. He's Irish, so if there's an Irish bar, which is bound to be, there's one in every country, he would have found it.
So things are getting back to normal, well, within minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, someone switched off the storm, and now we're talking about beer.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I think we're done here. There is a quite big harbour in Porto Santo where there's a marina. And north of the Red Line, room for yachts anchoring or taking a buoy. We plan to be here for a couple of days to do a bit of exploring. I'm not sure of the significance of the polar bear. It's just outside the marina office. The coastline is calm, rugged, remote and lovely. Yeah, the whole place is pretty quiet and peaceful. It's almost like Madeira's little sister. There's just 5,500 people who live here permanently. But a lot of people from Madeira come here for a holiday, so a bit of peace and quiet. The island was discovered by accident in the 15th century when Portuguese sailors were blown here in a storm. They named it the Holy Harbour. When the coastal path appears to run out, there's a tunnel through to the other side. You could probably walk round the whole island in a day. Some of the beaches in the north have the striking black sand you often find on volcanic islands. But the best discovery in Porto Santo, for Steve anyway, is this. Can you believe it? A cart track.
Why you?
You'd have thought it. Cart track here.
You just cannot resist, can you?
It's kind of a new thing.
Yeah, it's good. Good. Well, yeah, I hope it gets some people. It's a good track, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very fun track.
Yeah.
It's a very fun track. Go.
Right.
That was quite hectic.
That's amazing fun. Very good.
He was a good competitor.
He was the local, was he?
Yes. I said you wanted to race. And here is the track, bang next to the marina. If we don't leave now, we'll be here all winter. So when the weather is right, we plan our short trip to Madeira, taking us through the small islands in the north to the port of Funchal, one of the few safe havens on this rather turbulent coastline. We sail as close as we can, but then take a look at the waves up ahead. Without the swell, we may well have been able to sail through the shallow gap, but in the end we lose the wind and use a bit of engine. On the other side, this is the airport runway. Quite a spectacular landing, I should imagine. And in the marina, it's nearly Christmas. A local speciality, liqueur shots in chocolate.
There we go.
And what appears to be a popular tradition here, hundreds of Santas on motorbikes. And of course, local musicians playing traditional folk music. For us, the real beauty of Madeira is the mountains. It's a place for hikers. Waterfall, waterfall.
Oh yeah, a little one. Are you off to the water supply?
I think that's pure as anything. How this island in the middle of the ocean became quite so lush and green is one of nature's mysteries.
Not one stream, is there? There's millions of them.
I know. Yeah, try and get me up here. That's okay.
You probably better just dip in the water at the bottom.
Hello? It's quite entertaining. Lovely. Known as the Pearl of the Atlantic, the island is now a crisscross of aqueducts or levadas, carrying water from the north to the south. The higher up you go, the mistier it becomes. We are now onto PR9. That's the next walk we're going to do. And yeah, we're very high up. And it looks like it's raining. But I don't think it is. I think it is just the mist.
You need the hood up.
You do. It's a bit wet. Well, all the walks we're doing tell you to take a torch and wet weather gear, and they're not kidding.
Yeah, we haven't only the torch yet. You do come across tunnels apparently, but yeah, all the same these walks, because they follow the levadas, which go along the edge of the mountain, so sometimes they get to a steep bit, they have to go through it because the Levada has to have that sort of steady incline all the way along to take the water down, so they can't sort of have any steep bits, but it makes the walk sort of easy really, isn't it? They're just a stroll.
Yeah. But then it does start to rain, and eventually it pours down.
Gonna go for a swim in the pool then?
Well, that is amazing. Wow, look at all that water.
It's a lot.
That's really beautiful. In the summer it'd be a good way to cool down, but today, well, we are just wet.
Can't really get any wetter, so it's okay.
I know, that's the advantage of it raining.
Completely soaked.
Yeah, completely soaked now. Oh well.
It's easy to overlook the feet that went into building these things, because you've got the little Levanta there, and you've got this, and beyond that, I don't know how many thousand feet that is down, but that's straight down. It says here it's built in 1937, but hell of a job to do that, to be on this cliff face basically and build something out of concrete that's here, that's stayed here for almost 100 years.
You wouldn't want to have vertigo, would you?
No.
And be walking up here without this rail. Rail's good.
So yeah, amazing feat of engineering actually. Very impressive. Ooh, a dark tunnel.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. You're not kidding, you definitely need to use your torch.
And you definitely need to lean into the middle because you'll crack your head on these. Trees holding this bit up. By now we are walking well above the cloud and are still a couple of kilometres away from our destination. It's raining so hard.
Yeah.
But when we arrive, it really is worth it. I think we've got to go up there. 100 yards up from the main path, a breathtaking sight.
We made it.
We made it!
Okay, well it's time to leave. It will be a shame to leave Madeira. It's a beautiful place, but not too worried about leaving this dock because this is what we've had. And this isn't too bad at the moment. The swell comes in here. I don't know how really, it's just a heave and you're moving all the time. The ropes are groaning all the time. It gets a little bit wearing. So yeah, not too displeased about moving on. But I do have to negotiate this first. There is no room to turn around in here. And I've got to go out and go astern through the gap there, which is about the worst thing you can try and do on a long-keeled boat because you just don't go astern. So yeah, this might be interesting. I'll just do it slowly. We start by using a bow line to spring out the stern, and then Judy makes use of our new super light fenders. They really do make having a roving fender a much easier task. I know this super wide camera lens makes it look like there's lots of space, but trust me, there really isn't. So as soon as we've got Fair Isle pointing in the right direction, we have to start going slowly astern and see which direction she's going to go in. Really, this is in the lap of the gods. It can be either way. There's no predictable prop wash or anything else. As we move astern, we are going to starboard, so we're getting very close to the boats there. The only way to stop this is to actually stop the boat. A blaster forward with the rudder hard over can kick the stern over and then control the bow with the thruster. and just try and keep the line that you need all the way back until you can turn. It's a back and fill technique. We covered it in a much earlier video, so do have a look at that if you're interested in how you try and get these long kill boats manoeuvred in a tight space.
Well done, Captain. It feels good to be out at sea again and on our way for a 3-day passage to the Canaries. We make a short stop at the Desertus Islands to anchor for a night, and then have the wind on the beam at first and then from behind, taking us into Las Palmas, and all with very little swell. A good trip.
So it's a good fast trip down from Madeira to Gran Canaria here in Las Palmas. We're going to sit in the anchorage and get a few things done. We didn't show much of that trip, and that's mainly because it was fairly uneventful. Good fast trip down. But there was one thing that happened in the middle of the night. On the second night, we lost the auto helm, and I thought, oh, well, that's sod's law because we haven't got a backup. Originally, we were expecting to fit a hydrovane. We wanted to do that in Lagos, but we got overtaken by events with the mast, and all our time and money ended up getting spent on that, so it got postponed. And I thought, well, okay, it's odds law that it's going to happen now, it's going to fail. But actually it wasn't the auto helm. On further investigation, it did take me half the night. What I found was the voltage was down, the whole distribution panel voltage was down, so weird things were happening. And you sort of expect that to be something on the positive side, because it's where all the switches are, all the breakers are, and it wasn't that at all. It ended up being the negative bus bar. The line from the shunt to the bus bar was bad. It all looked good from the outside, but I put a jumper across and it all came back good. So yes, that's fixed. So we are now going to go through everything else on this boat. I mean, there's a lot of obviously setting up that you want to do before you do an Atlantic crossing. Got to check the rig, all those sorts of things. But yeah, I've got a big list while we sit in this anchorage to try and get things done. But before that, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Family are arriving, so going to have Christmas first and then get on with the boat jobs.
And this is what you do in Gran Canaria at Christmas. The beach and the town of Las Palmas. It feels to us Brits like a summer holiday. Inland, there are lovely little towns like Fergas, one of our favourites. Yeah, we're going to follow it from all the way up there. And the mountains. While Madeira is wet, Gran Canaria is spacious, open and light. Banana plantations below pine tree forests with volcanic rock statues, a reminder of the eruption that created this amazing island millions of years ago. Yeah, the guy at the top of the rock there, who we were all taking pictures of, had climbed up and he was about to abseil down. So if you are a climber, I think this is the place to be.
Yeah, it's spectacular, the mountains out here. In fact, we prefer the mountains to the beaches, I think, in Gran Canaria, because the beaches are very touristy, certainly in the south. The best one's actually in the town here in Las Palmas.
Yeah, even at Christmas there was a space. And in fact, the best one of all is here. In the anchorage behind. Yeah. It's a massive beach and hardly anyone's ever there, so that's the secret out.
Yes, yes, lovely sand. The grandchildren really enjoyed it. We had a really good Christmas. It does stay really warm here for Christmas, probably the only place in Europe that you can come and get almost guaranteed sun, so it's great. But everyone now is preparing for their various crossings. Every time you go ashore, you'll have someone offer to be crew for you. So if you come here lacking some crew, don't worry, you will pick someone up because they all want to go.
Yeah, they do. And some people have been here for years trying to get on a boat.
Yes.
So that's what we've
heard. Maybe they're the ones that you don't want to pick up.
Who knows? But provisioning is taking place. The Chandler's is full. The supermarkets are full of people doing what we're doing, which is just getting ready to go, because you don't really know when the next stop's going to be for you to get good stuff for the boat, or indeed good stuff to eat. So
yeah. Well, for us, we're going to be spending time in Africa before we go across as well. So we've certainly got to stock up for quite a long time. We're going to do some cooking while we're here and all the final preparations. So we'll have a bit of that final prep in the next episode, and we will be on our way in the next episode down probably straight to the Gambia, but maybe stop in Senegal.
we'll see. But certainly Gambia, then the Cape Verdes, and then across. So we'll be going across in February. And I hope the trade winds hold for them. Should be good.
Should be good. At the moment, it's looking absolutely fantastic.
So it just remains for me to say thank you to our patrons, thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching. So we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.